All right, so I've talked about this ad nauseum. I've talked about it on The Herd. I've talked about it on Undisputed. I've talked about it on First Things First. I've talked about it, of course, on The Odd Couple with Rob Parker, with Ryan Hollins. And now you want to talk about it. And I'm going to give you I'm going to let you shoot your shot, as they say.
Shoot your shot when
voting.
you see him.
MVP. Now, of course, if something happens and Giannis falls off for the rest of the season, or Giannis just doesn't play very well and the Bucks go in a tailspin and, of course, the MVP could change. That's why the votes aren't due until April 14th or somewhere around there. I am an official voter for all of the regular season awards. So I will be voting, and I'm going to hold off on my vote until then. But I'm just saying right now, and I'll give my reasoning after J-Mac is done. Right now, I've got Giannis, the clear favorite. Got LeBron as the clear runner-up. And then who knows, James Harden, Luka, guys like that. But I think Giannis is clearly number one, and LeBron is clearly number two right now. J-Mac, you disagree. The floor is yours.
Yeah, this has been probably one of the better NBA debates in the last few years, this MVP race, right?
Really?
I mean, there's been some okay ones.
Because last year you had a great one in Harden versus Giannis.
But this one you have LeBron, the second greatest player in NBA history, against Giannis. And I do radio shows, around the country. They call me up and Jason, come on. And I've been steadfast. It's LeBron. And on my Saturday morning radio show, it's LeBron. We talked about this on Undisputed recently, Chris. LeBron is the MVP of the league. Now, I know people are going to be like, yeah, Jason, what? You're a ball washer of LeBron. You're a LeBron stan, whatever that means. Listen, these same people ripping me for picking LeBron as MVP a couple years ago when I said KD was the best player in the league, they said I'm a LeBron hater. Folks, I don't play favorites here, okay? I'm strictly looking at the body of work. Giannis, I'm not going to spend an hour. His stats are through the roof. They're astronomical. Player efficiency rating, tops in the league. On pace to be maybe the best all time. Maybe all time. No, these usually tail off a little bit. It
tail off is good 50-something games.
It tailed off last night a little bit after they got curb stomped by the Heat, and he was mediocre. Okay, but no doubt, Giannis's stats are there. The Bucks have the best record. They're chasing 70 wins. Good for those guys in the downtrodden East. LeBron's is a little different, Chris. This isn't simply, he's averaging 25 and 10 and 7. Yeah, those are pretty good numbers. A good runner-up. There needs to be context. And yes, his age matters. LeBron doing this at 35 years old certainly matters. We have never in NBA history seen a player in his 17th season put up these kind of numbers. And in his 17th season to efficiently change positions, to be a true point guard. He's bringing the ball up the court basically every time he's on the court. And then lead the NBA in assists without seeing a significant drop in his scoring. What LeBron's done this year at the age of 35 has never been done before in league history. Michael Jordan had a good 35. He ain't lead the league in assists at 35. LeBron is leading the league in assists by a considerable margin. Considerable. He's shooting 35% from three. And I need to add this, and people are not going to want to hear it, especially in Los Angeles. Okay? LeBron was hurt last year. He went out, this Laker team that everybody thought was good, stunk up the joint. Okay, I know they traded away half the roster and got Anthony Davis, okay? What LeBron has steered the Lakers
Didn't
through.
LeBron play with them, though?
He did play with them. Yeah, and they were fourth in the West on Christmas Day, and then he got hurt.
But when he came back, I'm not even trying to argue against you.
You're right.
I'm just saying, because I always argue this with Rob. Rob comes at me with it, but there's truth to it.
And then
when LeBron came back, they still stunk up the joint.
But he came back, and they tried to trade half the team. Nobody knew what they were doing. They tried to trade half the team for Anthony Davis. There was chemistry issues. And this year, LeBron has helped steer this Laker franchise through the Kobe Bryant tragedy and what he's done as an ambassador for the league through all this and still lead the league in assists, have the Lakers number one in the West by 4 or 5 games. It has been a difficult season for LeBron and for what he's done. His body of work for the season, I think, has been more impressive than Giannis's.
All right, look, let me first start off by saying this. LeBron has had a phenomenal year. LeBron is playing tremendous basketball. Not his best basketball, but he's playing tremendous basketball. I would argue it is the best 17th season we've ever seen by an NBA player.
Nobody would push back.
Karl Malone and Kobe Bryant would be the other two that would come close, but I'd give LeBron the edge. Kobe averaged 27 points a game in the 17th year, and that's the year with 6 games left he got hurt, ruptured his Achilles.
Their team stunk, though, that year, right?
They were okay. I think they made the playoffs.
Yeah, not a contender.
No, not a contender. He didn't have Anthony Davis either. There's that. But here's the thing, Jason. I am not, as a voter, I'm not to look at it and say, this is his 17th year. That doesn't matter. It's the MVP. It's the who's been the best player. It's not who's been the best player under certain circumstances. Who's been the best player for a certain age? Because if we're going to play that game, then let's look at Luka Doncic and say he's only 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why he's third.
He's in his second year. That's not why he's third. He's third because or third if you call. I don't think he's third. I think Harden is. But wherever, he's in the running not because he's 21, but because he legitimately is having a tremendous season and a tremendous impact on winning. So if we're going to start bringing all that stuff into it, then it's a whole different story we're talking about.
Doesn't context matter?
Now, this isn't context. Context is the NBA season. It's not about that storyline. It's not about storyline. Now, here's where I would give you something.
I see.
Here's where I would give it to you. If LeBron had never won an MVP, and we knew he was the best player in the league for several years, and for whatever reason, he just never was able to win an MVP, then that's usually when the media says, you know what? He deserves one.
That's charity.
We got to give him one. Because Kobe deserved more than one, but we said, you know what? It's a travesty Kobe Bryant doesn't have an MVP award. He's got to get one.
I've forgotten. Did that really happen 10 years ago?
No, I mean, I don't remember that. I'm sure he had a great year, but, you know, that does come into play. That comes into play. But here's the thing. As great as LeBron is playing, and he's playing great, and he is clearly the Lakers' best player, he doesn't lead them in scoring. He doesn't lead them in rebounding. He doesn't lead them in steals. He doesn't lead them in blocks. He's not their best defender. He doesn't lead them in PER, player efficiency rating. All of those things are led by Anthony Davis. And when you watch the game, it's clear LeBron's the best player. Mm-hmm. But statistically, he's not leading his team in the analytical stats or the traditional stats. And Giannis is, as I've said, he's beating LeBron in the traditional stats, points, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage. Or assists, he's not beating him, obviously. He's beating him in the analytics in that he's got the highest player efficiency rating we've ever seen. He does it more on both ends of the court. He's arguably the best defensive player in the league. He is on pace to win 68 to 71 games. Oh, and by the way, he doesn't have anyone close to Anthony Davis as a teammate.
Oh, okay.
And that is a fact. I'm a voter. I've been voting for 25 years. 3 of my main criteria: individual numbers and performance, team success, and who's helping you. What's your supporting cast like? And when LeBron was in Cleveland with Mo Williams as his second guy, kind of like Chris Middleton is Giannis' second guy, I took that into account when LeBron amazingly could lead them to 61 and 66
Can I
wins.
ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
When Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double, 3-4 years ago,
yep,
and the Thunder were 6th in the West, did you vote him for MVP?
Yes. Historic achievement.
Oh.
Something we'd only seen one time in the almost 75-year history of the game. Had to give it to him. Historic achievement.
So that's historic, but LeBron...
And they won about 48 games.
LeBron having the best 17th season in NBA history in 70 years. Whatever you want, a number you want to make up.
That's not as historic. It's not as historic.
Not as historic. He's an old man carving up the league.
He's not an old man.
He's 35.
He's
coming off an injury.
Okay, hold on. Because you said you misspoke earlier. and you said that Michael Jordan had a pretty good set 35-year, when he was 35.
He was good. They won the title.
No, he was more. He actually, did he lead the league in assists? No.
No, of course not.
He led the league in scoring, which I think is more difficult to do.
He did that like 8 times in his career.
No, he did it 10 straight years
10,
when he was
whatever.
healthy.
There you go.
So my point is, I would say Michael Jordan had a better year when he was 35
So you're
than
a
LeBron.
scoring guy. Okay, so scoring is all that matters. You're one of these guys.
I never said that. Hold on, stop it. I never even implied that scoring is all that matters. So stop.
Well, I mean, you're saying that he averaged more points than LeBron at 35 years old, so
yes,
he was better?
I think it's more impressive to lead the league in scoring than in assists.
After winning, 5 titles in 7 years against when all the NBA greats had left the league, Michael Jordan was carving up the league.
So Patrick Ewing
amazing.
wasn't an NBA great?
What did he win? To go back to last hour, what did he win?
Was Shaquille O'Neal an NBA great?
Shaquille O'Neal was like 21 in Orlando or 22. Come on, get out of here.
Shaquille O'Neal came in the league in 1992. Okay, Michael Jordan won it in 1998.
Fine, 98.
97.
Shaq was 26.
That's all. That's right smack dab in the middle of your prime. And he was 28, by the way.
Actually,
27.
I think, he might have been going to the
Basically,
Lakers
Shaq didn't win anything until Jordan left.
And nobody won anything until Jordan left. Elijah won, and your Rockets, who won titles, they only won because Jordan left. But to get back to LeBron versus Giannis, the other thing is, Giannis is putting up these awesome stats on a great Bucks team. They're just killing and murdering the East. Oh, it's funny. It's that same East that LeBron dismembered for a decade.
Actually, it's not.
All I heard was, LeBron's beating up some plumbers in the East.
From who?
And all these Bucks. That's all anybody said. LeBron,
you're going to sit on here on the Odd Couple and state that. Yeah. I don't agree.
Give
me the facts.
LeBron.
Who
did he beat in the East? They got to 8 straight finals. Well, it's in the East. Anybody. I'm not going to call out guys in my own network or the other network. You heard that argument everywhere. LeBron's beating a weak East. He's got to the finals 8 straight years in the East. Oh, they had the Hawks as the number 1 seed one year. 60 wins. Whoop-de-damn-do. That's all I heard. So now Giannis and the Bucks are on a historic pace in the East.
Did LeBron ever
in the East where the Sixers are beat up?
70 games? In the East?
I don't think he won 70, 66.
And in Cleveland, his last 4 years there, he didn't win a lot of games. They didn't ever win 60.
And he still got to the finals because the Raptors were a
great.
joke. And the Hawks were a joke.
No, he didn't get to the finals because those teams were jokes. He got to the finals because he's great.
Who was his second best player when he was getting to the finals when Kyrie left? Kevin Love?
Kyrie was there all but 1 year when they went to the finals.
And they got to the finals.
Jason, I'm trying to help you because you're arguing against yourself.
He doesn't need help.
No,
LeBron is the MVP.
You just sat there and shot down the East. I'm saying LeBron didn't get to the finals in the East because it was weak. He got there because he was great. But you're saying no, it's because the East was weak.
I'm saying
you just said that.
He was great. The
East
was weak.
Isn't that bad right now. Boston is legit. Philly is legit.
Philly's legit?
Toronto
Philly's
is
the 5th seed and they can't win games on the road. They got a road record like the Knicks. Get out of here, Chris.
Toronto is legit. Philly is
they're
legit.
A paper tiger.
Boston is legit.
I like Boston. They're my pick to win the East.
Miami is legit.
Miami's playing over their
head,
but whatever.
You got 5 legit, and I'm not even mentioning Indiana. Because the West ain't what it used to be.
Oh, geez.
All right?
See,
the
it's a 1 hour discussion.
Pelicans. That's it, right? Sacramento, Phoenix.
You're talking about teams
Memphis.
that are in the lottery.
That's my point.
No. The teams in 6, 7, and 8 in the East are Orlando and Brooklyn.
Oklahoma City is 7th.
Teams. Oklahoma City's amazing. Chris Paul's going to get like 5th in the MVP voting.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-63.
We're not changing off this topic the rest of the show.
You're done. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Your turn to weigh in. Who should be the NBA MVP? You know I've been saying Giannis. If it changes, I'll let you know. Giannis or LeBron or somebody else. We will continue the conversation with you next. Weigh in, and let's get started with Isaiah in Baltimore. Isaiah, who's the MVP?
Hey, Chris. Hey, Jason. So look, I'm gonna be honest right now. I truly believe it's LeBron. First of all, I want to say I'm glad I don't have to be and say something nice about LeBron when Rob's here because he's just gonna yell over me and hang up. But I'm gonna be honest right now. I look at it like this. Okay, so yes, Giannis is having this statistically better season. And Chris, you said you're a voter and you're not going to take account context of the season. Now, to me, and this might sound biased, but I'm being honest. I think the Kobe Bryant death and tragedy played a big part into this year's MVP because LeBron said it. They said the report. He said into in the team meeting and stuff. He's gonna have to carry the franchise now. We've even seen it with he's been doing this, but lately he's been very nice to younger players, posting them on IG, making his way to go after them in the game to talk to them. He looks like he's really trying to become, the ambassador.
He's
for the
done
league
that
now.
before. He did that before Kobe's death.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm saying it like this. The context of the season, now, they have to do a couple things. They have the Clippers and they have the Bucks coming up. If they can beat the Clippers, they still have 2 games against them. And let's say if they beat the Clippers, so they go into the season 2-2, so they have the best record in the West. They've beaten the Clippers, and let's say they beat the Bucks. I would definitely say it's LeBron.
Does the presence of Anthony Davis have anything to do with it? I mean, that's a big help. Giannis doesn't have anybody close to that.
Yes, but also Giannis has their coach. Remember, he led the Hawks to 60 wins. Back,
and Frank Vogel led the Pacers to 60-some-odd wins with Roy Hibbert as his center.
I'm saying
they both got great coaches.
I think coaching can come up into a part of it as well. I think Giannis, he's in a system where his dominant numbers are going to show. But if LeBron's in a tougher conference, he's also first in the conference. And as I said, also the 17th season, yes, I think that should count to it because he's leading his team just as well as Giannis, and he shouldn't be doing it. He shouldn't even be.
Thank you.
I would agree. Just for
Isaiah.
the record, Frank Vogel won 56 games in
that was the most they ever won.
They went with Paul George. They got to the conference finals. He was also fired after a disastrous stint in Orlando.
Yeah, we know that.
Years.
But he's a good coach.
He's a good,
and he's
good
showing
coach.
it right now.
He's no Budenholzer.
Let's go to T in Atlanta. T, you're on with Chris and J-Mac.
What's up, Chris, man? I'm back, man. I was gonna come through with the trash talk, but since Ryan been here, I can't get him this week. But I got to get Jason on this one, man.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride with you with Giannis being the MVP, and the reason why is if you take Giannis off the Milwaukee Bucks, they fall and crumble. At least LA still got AD and a couple of other players.
Right.
AD has been proven that he can get 25-10 easy. Ain't nobody else on Milwaukee that can do what Giannis do and affect the game. And you trying to compare LeBron and saying what Mike did, what wasn't good, man. Do you realize Mike went through everybody he went through as a Hall of Famer right now? So
I know. That's the young J-Mac.
Everybody's in the Hall of Fame except Chris Webber. Come on now.
No, bro. How old is he, Chris?
He's young. I think he's 17.
I just got my driver's license.
All right, let's go to Noah in Cincinnati. Noah, you're on with Chris and J-Mac.
Hey, guys.
What's up, man?
This is just my take on it. I think LeBron's the MVP, and here's why. There's 7 Eastern teams with only 22 wins or less, and there's only 2 such teams in the West that have that record. And then also, I just think Chris Middleton is a better fit with LeBron or with Giannis than AD fits with LeBron. He's shooting 50% from the field, and he's shooting 44% from 3. He's giving him that spacing that AD just doesn't give LeBron.
Wow, who is this guy?
Everybody on the Bucks can shoot the ball.
So LeBron would be better off with Chris Middleton than with AD? Is that what you're saying?
Noah needs an internship here. He's on point with his stuff.
Is that what you're saying, Noah?
Well, I just think that everybody on the Bucks, they just remind me of that Raptors team, that won the championship last year. They have a well-oiled machine going there. Everybody can shoot the 3. George Hill is shooting 49% from
George Hill played with LeBron.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
And everybody criticized him.
LeBron, though. He's playing well with Giannis, though.
Yeah, he played well in Sacramento when he led the league in threes, and now this. Good stuff, Noah. Hey, well, let me quickly add. Well, it's funny. Chris Middleton is a piece of garbage when we talk about the Bucks. He's no Giannis. Guy's an all-star.
Why do you over-exaggerate everything?
We're talking about the guy like he's a bench warmer. Meanwhile, Chris Middleton.
Stop it, because I'm not going to let you get away with acting like I'm saying Chris Middleton is garbage. Chris Middleton is a legitimate all-star. But to try to put him in the same class as Anthony Davis is ludicrous. I would take Anthony Davis over Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe put together.
Everybody would. But the Bucks are 5-1 without Giannis this year.
And the Lakers are 2-1 without LeBron. So what?
2-1?
Yeah.
He's only missed 3 games?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome for a 35-year-old. Broussard, put some respect on LeBron's name.
I'm not going to let you get away with that either. I'm known as a LeBron guy. All right, I'm just also known as being objective. Let's go to Amir in Philadelphia. You're on with Chris and J-Mac.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Mac?
What's up, man?
Yo.
Yeah, I got to go with LeBron simply because I remember when Steph Curry won the MVP averaging 24 points a game.
23.
And the reason was everybody kept saying was because he plays in the West and they're winning more than LeBron because LeBron had better numbers across the board. But now it seems like now that LeBron's in the West and taking the West by storm, it's just
revisionist
a different
history,
narrative.
son. That's
Yes,
revisionist history,
let me
Amir.
finish, Chris.
That's
I don't
revisionist
see-
history.
Chris,
All right?
I don't see how
They
that-
didn't win.
because
They won. Stop it. They won because
Chris.
they won 67 games. They came out of
But
nowhere to win 67 games. That's why they won the MVP, Steph. I voted for Harden that year, actually. So this revisionist history.
Wait, you
Come
voted for
on.
somebody who wasn't on the number 1 team in the NBA?
Yes. You just said it yourself a few minutes ago. Who'd I vote for? I voted for Westbrook. I'm not the one. Stop it. I'm not the one that believes it's the best player on the best team. I've never thought that.
Good.
I don't vote
So
best
vote
player
LeBron
on the best team.
MVP in 2020.
I vote for who's had the best year, who's got the most help, the least help, and still racking up wins. What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard,
I'm Rob Parker.
and we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar, and he's Felix.
Oh, man, are you serious?